What is going on, beautiful people? Today, we're going to be talking about how do narcissists keep you trapped in the toxic cycle of narcissistic abuse? How they keep you there, how they keep you emotionally bonded to them. If you're new here, my name is Lee Hammock. I'm a diagnosed narcissist, and welcome to another episode of the Narcissist Code. welcome back, folks. I mean, look, if y'all don't see me when I'm on here, I be hyped behind the scene when the theme music is playing. Y'all don't understand how hype I be behind the scenes. I be dancing behind here, just jamming, getting hyped for the video, just getting my energy up, getting pumped up. That's why I be bringing y'all the heat. When I say boom, when I come back, I know I'm about to bring some heat. I know it. I know it. So, how do narcissists keep you trapped in a toxic cycle? It it's a lot, y'all. Narcissistic people, this is not me trying to just brag on narcissists or speak good on narcissists. This is not what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do is just let you know how the mind of a narcissist works. They put in a lot of work to be this damn manipulative. Let's keep it hot. Like I said, I always try to keep it hot and ready, like a Little Caesars pizza. Let's keep it as hot and ready as we possibly can, because that's what narcissistic people do. Like, seriously, that's what they do. Like, they put a lot of work in getting you to feel safe with them. They put a lot of work in getting you to share your deepest, darkest secrets with them. They put a lot of work in getting you to share your trauma and the things that you've experienced and went through with them. They do a lot of work of bonding to you and giving you everything that you wanted and needed, everything you've been pursuing, everything that you've been looking for in a significant other. They work hard to do that. They like them to go above and beyond the call of duty to do this type of stuff for you. Just so just so they can keep you there. Just so they can keep you bonded there. That's why, like, it's so hard to leave a narcissist, because when you get, like, a lot of times people have been in long-term relationships with them, right? This is all, like, this person is all you know. Some woman told me the other day, she was like, I don't know if I said this before. The other day, she said, I've been in a relationship for 12 years. I was like, that's the same amount of time you spent in primary school, kindergarten, all the way to, I mean, first grade to 12th grade. That's 12 years. Like, you got a whole education with this person. You have a whole education with this person. That's why it makes it so hard to leave. You said you've been here so long, so narcissists stay with you for a long time. Not every narcissist will do this, y'all. I mean, I've been in short-term relationships, 3 weeks, 2 months, 6 months. I heard a lot of different varying timelines on how long people have been with narcissists, right? I've heard so many different timelines. But it doesn't matter the length, it matters the intensity. Length versus intensity. You can have an extremely intense relationship that's short. You see what I'm saying? You can have an extremely intense relationship that's short. Because sometimes people will be describing their relationships when I'm doing a coaching call with them, and I'll be like, "Man, they'll be describing so many different things that they've experienced and dealt with this narcissist, right?" I'm like, "How long were y'all together?" And they'll tell me, they were like, we're together like 6 months." What? And I'll be like, "Damn, I was gonna guess 6 years." I'm like, "Y'all squeezed so much juice out of that relationship. It's so intense so quickly. That's why it's so hard to leave it. Yeah, be realistic. That's why it's so hard to leave it. It's so intense, so damn quick. It's hard to leave. It's hard to get out of there. And narcissistic people, when you a lot of times, not all the time, a lot of times when you try to leave, they'll revert back to the person that you first met. The person that you fell in love with, the kind, caring, empathetic person, the person that was doing everything for you, they'll turn back into that person when you try to leave. And that can be confusing as hell. That keeps you bonded to them more. Right? They will. They'll start, like, sometimes they'll how they keep you trapped in the cycle? They just turn back into the person that got you into the cycle in the first place. They just revert back to their old behaviors. They got you trapped with them. And then once they feel like they got you, they just withdraw. Push, pull, push, pull, push, pull, push, pull. The pushing and the pulling keeps you bonded to this person, y'all. That's how they do it. They know, yeah. A lot of times, yes, it's intentional. Willie, how do you know it's intentional? How do you know that they're not just better do it? It's accidental. No, y'all. You can't. First of all, you can't accidentally cheat. But how? Because they know how to make you happy. Think about it like this: they've been treating you bad for so long, and then when you try to leave, All of a sudden, out of nowhere, they start treating you good. You don't think that's intentional? You see what I'm saying? You don't think there's any type of intent behind that? How they can just and you didn't tell them what they needed to do to make you happy. They just started doing it. You wake up, the trash is taken out, the house is clean, the kids are going to school already. You like, what's going on? You haven't done that in years. Oh, I know. Just like when you filed for divorce, you had me served in front of my friends and family at their party. When you had me serve those divorce papers in front of my friends and family when I was with my affair partner. Ooh, it kind of woke me up. I knew I needed to step up. You see what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden they're doing everything you've been wanting them to do, and it's too late, y'all. Sometimes it's too late. Let's be real. Sometimes it absolutely is too late for that person. It's too late for the relationship. It's too late to apologize. Who's saying that song? It's too late. It's too late to apologize. It's too late. Oh. I forgot the name of that song. Um, but sometimes it's too late to apologize. It's too late to change their behavior. Sometimes it is, but it's tricking you. It tricks you. It tricks y'all. It can absolutely trick you. Some people are like, well, I don't want to be tricked. Y'all, I'm just the messenger. I'm just the dread-headed messenger. Bring you the information. I didn't say that I ain't did nothing different. I ain't did nothing to you. I ain't said nothing to you. I'm just the messenger, delivering the message. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm doing here. And I want y'all to win. This is the person right here, me. I want you to win. I really, really do. Um, Take red them home. This is the part where I really, really do want y'all to win so badly. Because narcissistic people, toxic people, when they're doing this type of stuff, when they're like messing with your head, when they're like pulling you back in, you have to understand that it's another line of manipulation to keep you bonded to them. They turn it on. How do they keep you trapped in the cycle? They just turn it back on and being who they are, who they were to get you. It's only temporary. They're not going to do this for long. They do it long enough for you to change your mind and get comfortable back with them, and then they pull it back. Push, pull, push, pull, push, pull. And then guess what happens? How else do they keep you trapped in the cycle? When you try to leave, when you're finally trying to escape, all of a sudden now they want to get married. They hadn't Marriage wasn't an option before. Now they want to get married. Talked to a woman the other day. She'd been in a relationship for 5-6 years with this person. She decided to leave. Now he's like, you know what? Here's a ring. On her way out the door. And she said yes. You see what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, it'd be working sometimes because this is everything that you ever wanted, and now they're giving it. Now they're offering it up to you, and now all of a sudden you don't want it anymore. You see what I'm saying? This is a very unique space to be in. This is a very unique dynamic to be in. This is how things are going to get wrecked and whatnot. Um, this is how it really is part of the mindset and part of the space that people fall into. This is something for y'all to consider. It really, really is. You know, they'll like, watch out for proposals on the way out the door because they can keep you trapped. Getting married, buying something, and I know I keep giving the women stories. Talked to a guy very recently. I talked to a lot of men in my one-on-one coaching as well. Y'all, I don't just coach women. I talked to a lot of men. Talked to a ton of men over the last 4 years I've been doing this. Ton of men as well. This is where y'all find my coaching courses, support groups, everything's at mentalhealness.net. Man said he on the way out the door, he finally had enough. Girl was cheating on him. He finally had enough. Guess what happened? Now she wants to let's try to have a baby. Let's finally try to have a baby. Of course, he started clapping the cheeks again. And thank goodness he didn't get her pregnant because if he would have, he'd been trapped in that cycle. But even trying to have a baby with this person can get you stuck in here. Even trying to have a baby can get you trapped in here. Trying to have a baby, trying to, do this type of stuff can get you stuck and trapped with this person. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do not do it. You just ruin your life. I'm just saying. Of course, it's your life. Y'all are adults. You're going to do what you want to do. Right. Only thing I can do right now is provide you the information. That's all I've ever tried to do is provide people the information that I feel like was necessary to help them heal, help them grow, help them escape. That's all I've been doing for the last few years, right? But I keep telling people just, hey, look, in this world, you're an adult. You're going to make your own decision. Are you willing to live with that decision? You see what I'm saying? You got 12. I tell people, like, write down how long you've been in a relationship. Y'all want to get unstuck? Write down how long you've been in a relationship. Write that down at the top of the paper. 6 years, 6 months. You see what I'm saying? 15 years, 20 years. Ask yourself right here, after you put 20 years, or let's use a wild number, 12 years. Let's say you've been in there for 12 years. We said that earlier. Right underneath that 12 years, ask yourself this question: do I have 12 more in me? Before you accept a pregnancy request, or ring, or buying a house together, or moving, doing something, going on a trip, whatever, before you accept that, ask yourself the question: do I have 12 more years in me? Do I have 3 more years in me? Do I have this much more time in me? I know y'all in the short-term relationships, well, Lee, I've been in 3 months. I got 3 more. I can give him 3 more months. Even with the short term, y'all, 3 months it can be a long time. It seems like a short time. But I told y'all earlier, length versus intensity. If they're trying to keep you stuck with them, guess what happens? Then, he's like, well, yeah, I can do 3 more months. Within those 3 months, you done got engaged or married. There's a baby on the way, and now you stuck. You see what I'm saying? That 3 months can turn into the rest of your life very, very quickly. So it's not always just 3 months. Ask yourself, do I have the rest of my life to do this? So you can write the time. If you have 12 years in it, write down 12 years. Right underneath that, ask yourself, do I have 12 more in me? And right underneath that, do I have the rest of my life in me to do this? And some people, if your answer to the question is yes, hey, look, right, hey, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride. But that's the mindset. That's the mentality that so many people face. That's something that you have to understand as a survivor, as a thriver, in what you have going on in your life. Like, seriously, you have to choose, because they'll keep it going on. They'll try to trap you. They'll push and pull, the trauma bond. They'll try to make the trauma bond stronger. You know what I mean? They'll start doing the stuff that they used to do. They'll do whatever it takes to try to keep you there with them, to mess with you, to get into your head, to get into your mind and whatnot. They absolutely will. This is something that you have to consider. This is something that you have to think about. This is just something, the way the quote unquote, the way the cookie crumbles, so to speak, and whatnot. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all for riding with me on this video. I know I ran on a little longer than what I wanted to do. I try to always keep it around 11, but we're going to go over 11. We're at 12 right now. I'll end by saying this. If you haven't already, make sure to check out joining my newsletter at mentalhealness.net. I have an online workshop coming up in the next couple of weeks. It's about healing for narcissistic abuse and preparing for the holidays with a narcissist. Christmas, because it'll probably be after Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is coming up pretty quickly, isn't it? We'll see, y'all. We'll see. I had to talk to my partner today. Get registered for the newsletter, coaching, courses, support groups, or at mentalhealness.net. Subscribe, y'all. Now, if you made it this far, hit that subscribe button too. Hit it. Hit it. That's an order. I love y'all. I'm so super grateful for y'all. I'm super thankful for y'all. As always, y'all, Mental Healness is up. Peace. Thank you so much for making it to the end of my video. I am extremely grateful for you. Have no idea. If you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Helps reach more people. And click on the screen to watch another video or to browse through another playlist. There's also a link on the screen to check out my courses and my support groups to help you heal and understand what you've been through. Thank you so much again. I will see you in the next video.